I have a tweet for you to look at. I can't see it. It's like, am I blocked by this person? I think I might be. You're a full-time customer service worker. You're a millionaire socialist. Isn't the own you think it is? I've had the same minimum job as Lex, where I've had customers throw out dog food, scream at me, harass me, and have abusive managers. If this millionaire streamer thinks he's a service worker who happens to have a Patreon is the same as him buying a $2 million house in LA. No, motherfucker. The point is how you fucking arrive at those funds. So what? If her Patreon, if their Patreon, sorry. If their Patreon pops off and a lot of people are fucking subscribing to it, then automatically are they like a bad person all of a sudden? Are they exploitative all of a sudden? Like, that literally does not make sense. It doesn't make sense. I've never said I'm a fucking service worker. The other side of this is like, what do you guys want me to do? Not fucking advocate for the poor? It's like, I was thinking about this earlier today. I was driving over to the doctor, right? And I have enough money to be able to now, even if I have my back fucked up or whatever, I have money to be able to go to the doctor. And I was thinking about it. It's like, well, I can go to the fucking doctor whenever I want, but I'm still advocating for universal healthcare and even taxing myself for it. Why don't motherfuckers get mad at me for that shit? Like, I advocate for measures against measures against like the inflation in the housing market and all this other stuff. It's literally pure aesthetics. It's pure aesthetics. Like, what is the counter? Do you just want me to not ever fucking I don't know, buy a house in an expensive housing market that is completely beyond my control? Why don't people recognize that this is a right-wing reactionary line of attack that they themselves have jumped on? It's understandable to be upset, okay? Something that I talk about a lot. I'm an incredibly fortunate person, okay? I'm an incredibly fortunate person. Something that I mention regularly, right? Super fucking fortunate. So, like, having said that, when people fucking yell at this stuff, yell at me about this stuff, like, what do they expect? Do they want me to just be like, yeah, okay, fuck it, like, I'm not a socialist anymore, all right, I won't do agitated propaganda at all, I'll just I'll just support capitalism? Like, is that what their expectation is? Like there was someone, I'm just not going to tell you who it is, but someone said what I was doing was exploitative inherently because I'm like using the words of black theorists. And it's like, that's such a, like, I get the fucking anger that people have, okay? I cannot, I have to repeat myself over and over again. By the way, shouts out to All Power Books. They just follow me on Twitter. I know one of the people that started it, and I saw one of the organizers that is another one of the fucking, All Power Books is in Los Angeles. It's like a community bookstore. They, educate people. They do a theory. They're having like a tenants meeting today. I retweeted it earlier. Anyway, I know one of the main people that started it. She used to work. Anyway, I won't reveal her previous employment. I don't know if she wants that out there, but and she's dope. And one of the other organizers that's like in charge of All Power Books like was fucking yelling about how I'm living in an expensive house instead of like doing community organizing. And it's like, just reach out. I help out all the time. Morty933, thank you for the 25 get the subs. As Q Anthony said, in the absence of imagining an alternative to capitalism, social and institutional ostracism, third way politics, and bizarre standpoint culture fills that gap. Yeah. Anyway, so maybe people misunderstand why people follow me. Maybe people misunderstand what I do here. For the most part, I think that like I've looked through so much criticism on the internet. Most of it revolves around like why the fuck wait, hold on one second. 1 second. Anyway, one of the fucking main organizers of like All Power Books was fucking yelling about me. And that's like the closest to legitimate criticism, is just like it's still the same basically. It's literally always the same. It's like, why aren't you helping us? Why aren't you helping us? Why aren't you helping us do good in our community and mutual aid, like in our mutual aid efforts? And I do. When people ask, I do help. Okay. But like, I'm not gonna fucking drop everything and become a community organizer. You know what I mean? There's like, and no, but people that say, why aren't you helping us? Some of them are fucking right. Like, some of them are right. There are a fuckload of incredible fucking people on the ground that are constantly helping homeless people that are working 9 to 5s. And then also on top of that 9 to 5, they go out and they help people with whatever money that they have left, right? I do something different. I do something different than they do. But we do have a strong community. And we do engage in a lot of fundraising efforts for mutual aid groups and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna stop what I'm doing. I'm not gonna like stop fucking doing what I do and making jokes about asses and shit like that, and you know, talking about cussy, and then also doing left-wing agitprop. Because this is like, I don't care. I don't care if you don't find this to be an appropriate way to do anything. And I don't really care if you, personally, if you're outside of this community and you're looking at it from the outside and you're thinking to yourself, like, this guy, you're a piece of shit. Like, you're performative. You're not fucking literally out in the street every day, handing out groceries to people. Yeah, that's not what I'm doing. That's everyone does something different. Okay. But this is arguably an incredibly successful method of, you know, spreading the word, getting the word out, and a fuckload of community organizers actually appreciate it. So I don't know why some of the ones that I haven't talked to or some of the ones that I'm unaware of are like fucking yelling at me because I haven't helped them out personally. So, you know, if you reach out, then, you know. Why do you always use extremes to straw man? Because I fucked your mom and she said that's the best method. Watch them hit you with it. It's not my job to educate you when you ask for cause of support. No. Those aren't like, no, man. These are legitimately good people. They're not fucking dickheads. Some of them are dickheads because they're fucking angry. Remember how I've talked to you guys about, hold on. Casey's on here. Remember how I talked to you guys about in the past, talked to you guys about how, like, I understand why trans people are mad. Because, like, trans people sometimes, extremely online trans people sometimes have a tendency to come across very aggressive towards people that are, like, uninitiated. Because they're in a constant state of attack, right? Their existence is constantly being fucking called into question. And they also have, like, a, they are going through a very fucking tough time. So that's why in a lot of instances, like, you know, trans people get very angry very quickly, right? And it's a normal thing. Like, it's an understandable, normal thing. Like, you will never understand it. You will not be able to personally understand it because you haven't experienced that kind of marginalization. And I think that's the same kind of, like, anger that you see from a lot of activists, left Twitter activists that don't just fucking tweet and cry about shit on the internet, but, like, legitimately engage in mutual aid. Because they see so much oppression and they see so much bullshit, and they recognize that there are there are so many victims of this horrible system, right? That they deal with on a daily basis, so they get fucking angry. And seeing someone like myself, they see it as like a wealthy excess, a person who has been able to, you You know, a person who's been able to find success within a capitalist organization of the economy while still espousing leftist values, he must not believe in the principles that he talks about. He's purely performative. He fucking sucks. Like, I'm not going to be able to show them that, like, you know, this is a important role to fill. In my mind, it is. You know what I mean? Like, being able to talk about these issues, doing agitated propaganda for a lot of people, like, it's just, it seemingly is very good. That's how you get more organizers. That's how you get more fucking people out there. And I mean, sometimes I do engage in like boots on the ground shit as well, but this is how I choose to spend my time. But I do understand why people are angry. There are some who are legit. Legitimately frustrated. Their frustrations are legitimate. It's just misdirected. That's how I see it. I know you want me to watch the Envy ContraPoints video. I will fucking watch it. Okay, today I'll watch it. I'll watch the goddamn Envy ContraPoints video. So that's it. That's all I got for left Twitter. I mean, I know I ripped into a lot of people. I still do understand like where they're coming from with respect to how angry they feel. You know what I mean? If you're working at a fucking call center every goddamn day, and then you see someone who's like doing what you would love to do and making a lot of fucking money, and you think to yourself like, oh, well, I would be spending my money in a very different way. I would be doing so many different things in that situation. First of all, you don't know, okay? And you can say that all you want, but like, don't fucking turn around and be like, oh, you're so performative. Like, you're such fucking bullshit. You're bullshit. Angie Speaks is right. Who the fuck is Angie Speaks, bro? Who in the ever-loving fuck is this person? Listen, you know who I don't want to fucking hear from? Like, dumbass YouTubers, okay? If you're on fucking YouTube and you're like, Hassan, he's so performative, like, suck my dick, okay? You literally are just a petty, pathetic fucking loser because you haven't been able to get to this level of success. So now you're just trying to fucking suckle on the teat a little bit and get a little bit of crumb. Suck my cock. If you have any sort of like criticism towards me as like someone who's a fucking YouTuber, I do not give a fuck, okay? You're literally you're a YouTuber. You're doing the same thing, just not as successful. Which is part of the reason why I also got mad at the Lexi person, right? Part of the reason why I got mad at the Lexi person originally was like, fuck, you have a Patreon. Like, what do you mean? Like, you're literally trying to do the exact same thing. Like, I get why you'd be angry, but don't act like this is a betrayal of principles and shit like that. You know what I mean? Shut the fuck up. And yes, my fucking fits are bad, okay? I don't give a shit. I hate whenever people are like, dude, this is such a bad fit. Yeah, I know, dude. Okay, I know. It's not good. Everyone goes through different phases. All right, what is this, an own? Suck my dick. There's a huge difference between someone saying I would spend it differently and someone saying you're a performative grifter. I don't think a lot of people grasp that. No, most people are saying I'm a grifter or whatever. Actually, that's not even true. Most people look at this and go, why are you fucking mad? This is insane. The overwhelming majority of people go, yeah, what? That's what you're mad about? That's kind of stupid. Shut the fuck up. But then there's like little communities on the internet where like people are fucking, you know, hyping each other up. And within those communities, within those like little echo chambers, people are like, oh, dude, he fucking sucks. And it's like manifesting and materializing, and people are fucking really mad, right? But some of those people are doing it in bad faith. Some of those people are doing it because they're fucking idiots. They're right-wing dumbasses. And then there's a group of people that I do care about. Okay? The group of people that I care about are like the actual community organizers who are like, what the fuck? I can't believe you're living in this fucking house. My ultimate position is still the same. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm gonna live wherever the fuck I want to live. Shut the fuck up, weirdo. But Also, what was I gonna say? Literally going back and forth with two people calling a grifter, Twitter analyst. No. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna stop the way I operate. Like, I'm just not gonna do that. Yes, this is for Halloween, guys. Motherfuckers are out here roasting my Halloween outfits now. Like, what? If anything, that's a win. Like, you thought that was like a normal outfit? Like, I was wearing it literally for its cosplay for fucking Red Dead. I don't understand. I do love that, like, we never went away from 2016. Hold on. Like, the attitude the attitudes we have never changed. Everyone is still like Gamergate era, 2016 era, like everyone is still operating in the exact same way. The moment that there's any sort of fucking controversy, the moment I start trending, immediately I see all of my like old fucking tweets that people think are questionable immediately pop back up. Like, motherfuckers are keyword searching immediately. Like, what can I find about this guy? It's like why, dude? What do you want? What the fuck do you want from me, dude? Yeah, I dress like a fucking dildo, okay? By the way, yes, you are correct, Pandamans. Did I not tell you that this was exactly what was going to happen when Joe Biden won? I told you. I told you that this is exactly what was going to happen when Joe Biden won, and that people were going to go back to the exact same fucking bullshit that they were doing on the internet. Like, unproductive, dumbass shit that they were doing on the internet nonstop because, like, hey, things are fine now. You know what I mean? Things have normalized. This is Joe Biden's America. Things are, you know, structural change is still impossible, so we should hyper focus on like idiotic, you know, cancel culture type shit. It's not real, but yeah, I got fucking super doxxed and everyone is still fucking talking about the price tag. It's so weird. Anyway, let's watch what this was
regardless
about.
Of what he does, whether he does video games, IRL streams, or like political commentary. I think political commentary.
I thought you were gonna say he's super fucking. I thought you were gonna say he's super fucking handsome.
Also, he's hot as fuck. Like, despite his like abnormally small head compared to the rest of his body, like he's extremely attractive.
Do you see the Hassan like working out video where he was like doing like hip thrusts or something? If you read the responses and quoted tweets to that Twitter, I have never in my life seen people so down bad in my like existence.
I agree. Like, I will have like maybe one down bad person a year. He gets probably like 1,000 down bad women a day. Yeah. Agree. I mean, that guy's just fucking good looking. He's hot.
Yeah, and like he doesn't matter.
I think you should cancel me for this. I think you should cancel me for this too. Claims he's a socialist, taking up all the women that want to have sexual intercourse with him. That's kind of fucked up. Start crying about that too, dude. Fuck it, dude. There's a whole litany of inequalities that I have not addressed, dude. Fucking, that's bullshit.
He is just very attractive, dude.
Like, I'm extremely fortunate to not be gay because I know exactly what I thirst for.
We were just talking about Peter being gay.
Okay. Socialism is when no bitches. Bro, what the fuck are Turkish jeans? Your beard is back? Of course. I told you guys it used to be even faster than that. My beard grows slower now, I think, because of Propecia. Okay.
Somebody was like, it's just immoral. If you're gonna market yourself as a socialist, you can't go and buy a $3 million house. It's immoral and it's disgusting. And Hasanabi quote tweeted this person saying, you literally have a Patreon link in your bio, LMAO. And so that's how I was like, oh, what's going on? So I read up on it, and at first I was like, well, yeah, if Hassan's like claiming to be a socialist, why would he spend $3 million on a house? But then I pulled myself back out of the situation, and I'm like, no, fuck that. Like, if he earned that money and he wants to spend it on a good house, like, that's nobody's fucking business, you know? Literally being a socialist doesn't mean that you don't buy yourself a nice house, you don't live poor, you know what I mean? Hassan works like 60 hours a week, and I was reading people's opinion back.
There was like a lot of people that were like, why don't you live in a fucking poor neighborhood? Like, that's such a weird thing to say. It's like it's so strange. It's like, I don't understand. Like, I don't know, because I like West Hollywood. Like, I've literally never thought about it. I've never been like, oh, I should actively live in a fucking poor neighborhood and gentrify it. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Also, why? Like, why do you get a say in where I live? What the fuck? It's so weird. Hey, man, if you're a socialist, you should performatively gentrify a poor neighborhood, dude. That's what you should be doing.
Back and forth, because I was in the middle. At first, I was like, oh, well, I kind of agree with them. And then I moved and I was like, you know what? Like, Hassan earned that himself. Why wouldn't he buy a nice house, you know? Especially if he's gonna...
Aru is like a fan of mine, too. So it's interesting that, like, the first inclination that a lot of people have immediately is like, yeah, why does a socialist have a nice house? It's like, why not? Like, I'm not fucking Jesus, dude. Like, I want to be... I want to have nice things. Like, I'm gonna have nice things every now and then, you know what I mean? And it's wild that, like, the first inclination that people have is like, oh, actually, you know what, fuck it, like, this is somehow wrong. And you never expect that. Like, that's one of the most annoying things is, like, XQC or Asmongold will sometimes say, like, just go out and get the fucking vaccine, and everyone's like, Pog is so fucking based. Or like Danny DeVito will be like, I stand with the Nabisco striking workers, right? They demand, like, they deserve living wages. Fuck Nabisco for, you know, moving their factory to Mexico. And everyone's like, based. Motherfucker, Danny DeVito probably owns like 4 houses. The fuck? Why is it always like people that are at the forefront of the political movement in some way? Why are they the ones who everyone is like fucking yelling at? It's so strange. Obviously, I'm not saying lower your expectations of me to the same degree as like Danny DeVito or fucking XQC, but like, it's ridiculous when you're like, you bought a house? This is fucking insane. Like, yeah, I bought a house. Not like I'm fucking, you know, I'm not like parasitically landlording. What do you want? Yeah, when I do that, you can get fucking mad. So, like I said, to be fair, wait, he lives in an $85 million compound. Former Beverly Hills compound of Danny DeVito and Rhea Perlman asks for $85 million. Yeah. Like, and that's normal, by the way. It's normal, dude. Danny DeVito is a fucking actor. He gets paid for his fucking labor, okay? I don't know if he owns capital beyond that. He probably does, as many people do. And the expectation of him is not to, like, literally to become a fucking actual, like, Socialist Vanguard Party member or some shit like that. But yeah, he's a fucking actor. He's insanely wealthy, dude. Of course. He's getting paid for his fucking labor. And then he actually fucking advocates for the right causes, and it's great. Whataboutism? That's whataboutism? This is not whataboutism, you fucking idiot, when the main problem has already been addressed, because it's not a real problem. I think you're failing to comprehend it. Like, there is nothing morally wrong about buying a fucking house. And there's nothing morally wrong about even buying an expensive fucking house. It just is a bad look, Sweaty. So all you're doing is throwing away any sort of like materialist analysis and fucking crying about the fact that, like, you know, I provide entertainment for a big chunk of people that choose to fucking voluntarily give $5 if they want to, or a Twitch Prime if they want to, for fucking free, in order to avoid the top of the hour ad breaks at the top of every hour, because I have a contractual obligation with fucking Amazon. Okay? Because it is 12 and I will be running a fucking ad right now. It's so dumb. Did you buy somewhere other than LA because 3 mil is an apartment? No, it's not. You can buy a fucking house in Los Angeles for $3 million. Like, how would you react if the value of your house dropped dramatically in response to a policy that provided housing more equally, of course? Yeah, no, I don't give a fuck. Dude, I personally do not give a single fuck. I literally advocate for all of those things. So that's a great thing that you just mentioned. I want public housing. Build public housing literally down the fucking block. I don't give a shit if it fucking decreases my property value. Fuck it. I already own it. Okay? Yeah, I'll make the mortgage payments. I don't give a fuck. So you are absolutely incorrect if you thought that was a gotcha. I don't give a shit. I don't make money off of my fucking investments. I make money off of my labor, okay? So I don't personally care. That's the point. And that's the issue. The moment that I say I'm totally against fucking measures like measures that decommoditize housing, I'm totally against fucking rent control, I'm totally against fucking providing not even temporary, permanent shelter for houseless people, then you can fucking turn around and be like, wow, this guy bought a house and fucking changed up. Like, the real issue is that I bought a fucking house in Los Angeles that was so goddamn expensive when anywhere else in the fucking country, that house would be like $800,000 max, which is still expensive and unaffordable for the average worker. But I like living in Los Angeles and I want to live there. I'm live and alive. Oh, I forgot to mention that daycare is open. Yeah, I'm live and alive from the socialist renter's house where I will be doing bourgeois decadence as always, like eating chicken tendies, get in now, talking Taliban, and what else? I don't get why you have to justify it. If Miskiv buys a house, no one's like, oh my god, you have to justify it. Because Miskiv is not a fucking socialist, dude. That's it. And so there's no like ideology shackling him. And there's no crabs in a fucking bucket of like psychos who are like, dude, fuck you, actually. I mean, I would still be fucking successful if I wasn't a socialist. Do you want me to fucking not do that? Okay, I'll do that. I'll go going forward. I'm fucking pro-capitalism, baby. Let's go. I'm a neoliberal Andy now. What a fucking dumb take. Miskiv doesn't say one thing and does another. Point to a fucking moment where I said home ownership is bad. As a matter of fact, one of the things I advocate for is home ownership for all. So that is idiotic. You're a fucking idiot. Just because you're too stupid to understand what my fucking point of view is does not change the reality of the point of view itself. Anyway. Soda Pop in City hates poor people sarcastically and no one said shit. It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I will keep doing whatever the fuck I will that I want to do. And some people will find that morally reprehensible and others won't. What I care about is you guys in here. I don't give a fuck about random Toms, Dicks, and Harrys running around and running their fucking goddamn mouths saying like this is unacceptable, this is morally reprehensible. It doesn't matter. Okay, so as long as I have this shit, I don't give a fuck. Okay, that's it. Anyway, regardless though, I forgot to fucking mention this, but it is, or I did mention it, but I didn't run the ad. It's top of the fucking hour. I'm gonna run an ad break right now, and I'm also gonna tweet that daycare is live. I'm forgetting everything because I'm like getting stun locked within the stun lock. As long as you don't care about ever increasing house prices, you're still ideologically poor. You're not denying people houses because you still want housing prices to drop even in your area. Yeah, that's the fucking idiotic thing. It's like, again, like I said, I have healthcare, okay? I can go to the doctor. I can pay for it. Am I going to stop? Does that make me a fucking hypocrite that I advocate for Medicare for all? Shut the fuck up. I have a house. I don't care if we decommodify housing and make it more affordable for people so they don't fucking ever have to be priced out of a market. And also on top of that, provide permanent shelter to homeless people that will destroy the property value. I don't give a fuck. Okay? I don't care. Fuck it. Destroy it. I don't mind that. Like, I don't mind fucking paying more taxes. People on Twitter say you do nothing good for socialism, but you completely changed my POV. I've used your talking points to change the minds of my family. Yeah, it's like, it doesn't matter. That's why it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm live and broadcasting from the socialist renter's house where I will be doing bourgeois decadence as always, like eating chicken tendies, getting now talking Taliban, Trump in Alabama, and more drama, of course. www. Oh my god, I keep forgetting to run the fucking ad. Hold on. Okay, let's run it. Let's fucking run this goddamn ad, dude. There it is. The other like insane fucking take that I've seen so far is like, oh, everyone is misusing the fucking you participate in society meme. Like, it doesn't fit in this situation. Like, no, that's your personal. You personally don't think I should be living in fucking Los Angeles. That's it. Okay? But I've heard some people say, well, on the principles, if it fits the bill for Hassan, then it fits the bill for Jeff Bezos. Oh man, if only Jeff Bezos said, well, I live in a society. If you cannot comprehend the difference between a streamer who gets voluntary $5 a month subscriptions and Twitch Primes from people, okay, who has been able to, who has been very successful, and the difference between that person, okay, and Jeff fucking Bezos, and you think that the principles are still the same in both of those circumstances, where a person like literally even personally has enough wealth to be able to change the fucking course of history, like with one fucking, with one touch of a button, basically, okay? Or a person that has taken the surplus labor value of millions and millions and millions of people and used it to uphold that very same system of subjugation that continues to fucking create more opportunities for oppression, more opportunities for exploitation. If you think that that is the same, that we're in the same fucking league, you are basically showing every single person on the planet that you are a complete psychopath. Especially because that motherfucker makes money off me. Like, he literally makes money off me. That's how powerful he is. That you are pointing to me and saying, dude, Hassan, actually, there's something immoral about the way he makes his money, when there isn't. When I'm literally generating surplus value for Jeff Bezos as we fucking sit here, dude. That's how fucking, that is how powerful this goddamn guy is. Anyway, so-called leftists is on some tabloid talking point shit. Is ridiculously bleak. This is where the lines are being drawn. Yeah. And I hope the reason why I use this as an opportunity to like extend the stun lock was because yesterday I wanted to address all the fucking idiotic takes. Because this is something that I have talked about regularly. This is something that I have talked about before I had a house. This is something that I talked about when I did not have a lot of money. That, like, it's not a fucking bad thing. Like, saying that, like, leftist has a house, lol, is not a talking point. Same with fucking Bernie Sanders. Same with AOC. These are not appropriate fucking talking points. Okay? It's not. So I use this, I hope, and the extra amount of attention that this got as an opportunity to fucking educate people on why they're being absolute idiots, okay? So that's it. And for all of the fucking performative aesthetics loving hammer and sickle lefties, like, here's a compilation, okay? Here. This is the house that Karl Marx had, okay? This is the Gorky Leninskaya, where Lenin lived after he fucking retired. Okay? If this is all you care about, this is Engels' house. He also owned a factory. Okay? I'm not comparing myself to these people, but if your hyper focuses on like aesthetics nonstop, like, you know, the insane fucking aesthetics only leftism that you care about, then, you know, problematic faves, I guess these guys were. Bro, you dox Marx. What the fuck? Those are small, not the Lenin one? Motherfucker, those houses are bigger than mine. What the fuck are you talking about? He also owned a factory. And it's not even just that. This notion that there have never been like entertainers in communist organizations, like that there have never been like any sort of fucking, there have never been any sort of like people who were artists or entertainers or people who were socialists that like lived in fucking houses, even fancy fucking houses, is idiotic. Okay, it's completely idiotic. You're a psycho. Anyway, but I'm just gonna end it on this meme on like this one person. There's so many fucking like idiotic people who consider themselves to be sock dems, and then they like make these complete moronic fucking takes. The issue I have with Hassan is that he bought a $3 million luxury house. It's that he lacks self-awareness. The lol, you live in a society meme thing doesn't really make sense to me. He just doesn't just live in society. He's doing really, really well in the society. Yeah, you're just saying that like this is the same as a reactionary fucking point of view, which is you can only try to uplift and improve and agitate against the systems that fucking oppress people if you are starving. That's all you're saying. This is not a new take. Just because someone calls themselves a sock dem, or just because someone fancies themselves to be progressive, doesn't mean that they're like progressive, or doesn't mean that they are not susceptible to right-wing propaganda. Okay? I get to the comic being posted in regards to buying an iPhone or Starbucks. Yes, we live in a society. These things can be necessary or enjoyable. You don't have to wear a burlap sack or eat from your own veggie garden to be a truly socialist. Why not? If we just dismiss all criticism of wealthy people not doing more to help the causes they say they support when they have the means to influence change way more than the rest of us, what's to stop me from saying that Jeff Bezos simply lives in a society and participates in it? I love when people who fucking fancy themselves to be like left-leaning make literally fucking Ben Shapiro arguments, dude. What are you doing? Are you seriously comparing yourself to Lenin and Marx? No, dumbass. I'm making a point about people that hyper-focus on the fucking aesthetics rather than any sort of like materialist analysis. That's the fucking issue. If I will finish the thread by adding that picking on Hassan on sending harassment isn't justifiable, and I think people should probably ease up a bit, but I also don't feel like Hassan lacks self-awareness about just how well off he is, especially when so many right now can't find work. No shit. I talk about this all the time. So instead of fucking, speculating that I do a thing or not, maybe you should fucking, I don't know, look at the source material. As a general note, since people are saying this in the replies a bunch, I never claimed he doesn't pay tax or donate to charity. I would assume he does both. That's not really anything to do with my point. So you have no point. My point is that this rhetoric is very harsh on the rich, which is kind of ironic coming from a rich person. Wait, what? The way he has spoken at times, I think, went super extreme. Things about making the streets run red with the blood of landlords. Rhetoric like this about the rich while being rich is absolutely going to come off as lacking in self-awareness. Oh my God, this is a fucking DGG plant, isn't it? I was talking to a fucking literal landlord when that fucking conversation was being had, okay? A landlord that does not fucking hate me, by the way, for some weird reason. And that was a meme about what can be done with respect to land reforms and, I don't know, making sure that the government making sure that the government turns assets like empty houses into more productive houses, which is something that I still believe in. Okay? I didn't realize I was a fucking landlord now, idiot. What a fucking idiot, dude. A landlord that I'm friends with, who I was talking to at the time, literally said, what if the landlords don't want to give up their empty houses? If the government decides to, if the government decides to fucking make them more productive. You see, dude, why? Every single fucking piece of analysis is completely devoid. Completely fucking devoid of, like, the actual principles, dude. This is what happens when you're, like, a fucking dumbass liberal. I'm sorry, I can't believe I'm saying this, but, like, this is what no theory does to a motherfucker, dude. When, like, everything that you associate, every single thing that you fucking associate with, like, what is wrong with society completely lacks a materialist perspective, no comprehension or no fucking analysis on your relation to the means of production at all, and just exclusively hyper-focusing on, like, arbitrary cultural signifiers and values that we have fucking assigned to things. Like, oh my God, like, I can't believe being rich. Like, no one is fucking saying that, like, being rich is just, like, abhorrent or a wrong thing, depending on what level of wealth we're at. But ultimately, there's a certain point, and we can talk about that. What is the maximum wealth? Should there be a maximum wealth? There are many different people that believe that there should be. I'm one of those people. I don't know what the exact fucking balance is. But the notion that, like, any of this has to do with, like, Marxist analysis or my own personal fucking principles is insane. Like, it's idiotic. You have completely misunderstood any point that I've ever made, and you've probably never watched me. That's probably part of where that's coming from. Exposed to being a political televangelist? Totally, dude. Totally. This is a problem with Americans have individualist thinking and great man theory rotting their brain. The fact that you're getting literal death threats for this and you've been stun locked on it ever since it leaked, I feel so bad going through this. I'm sorry, son. I know you're not up there throwing a pity party. Your supporters love you. No, I'm not. I'm not even throwing a pity party. I'm fine. Not only am I fucking fine, but also on top of that, like, people that know what my fucking perspective is, people that know what I talk about, people that I've worked with in the past, if they're fucking, you know, community organizers and whatnot, there's a reason why so many people fucking immediately were like, you guys are being ridiculous. Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Because it is ridiculous. So many people like to call themselves socialists just because they're mad at the current system, cannot really explain their thoughts because they have no understanding of how the world has worked and how it changed. Yeah. Don't you think it's still making it worse because you're still talking about it? Dude, motherfuckers are still coming in here nonstop to be like, motherfuckers are in here like being like, you're a televangelist, dude. Yeah, dude, I am a non-taxable fucking entity tithing you with the hopes that like you will fucking finally go to heaven. You know, famously, whenever I fucking talk about dicks and asses or watch a Getting Away With It compilation, I'm actually bringing about the socialist utopia for all of you. Okay? Shut the fuck up. I'm a fucking Twitch streamer, dude. Okay? I'm a Twitch streamer. I help out with mutual aid organizations, even though I personally think that systemic change is a far more important way of solving the problems, even though in the short term, charity is a necessity, unfortunately. But the necessitation of charity is, again, another indication of systemic failure. Things that I talk about. And to the people who think like, oh my God, he's getting fucking owned so hard. Yeah, dude, I'm owned so fucking hard, dude. Like people are totally leaving this community behind. They're so upset at me because I bought a fucking house. No, maybe you're just in a fucking echo chamber, and in that echo chamber, you've whipped up a lot of fucking anger towards me over the course of however many years, or maybe you fucking hate the ideas that I present and things that I fucking advocate for. But like, it's not just a fucking identity. Another point relating to this charity, talking about Republicans are always using the existence of charity to fight against things like government-funded healthcare or welfare. Even Republicans donate to charity. It's not a big socialist thing. At least she said that. Anyway, this was like an incredibly idiotic fucking take from someone who claims to be progressive or a social democrat, and it was so fucking stupid. I had to mention it. Like, oh, if we can use like buying a fucking house, if we can use buying a fucking house and say, well, he's just participating in society, then we can use it for Jeff Bezos. Yeah, dude, Jeff Bezos is just living in a society. No, motherfucker, he's designing society, okay? And I will say this once again with my goddamn chest. There are entertainers, and this is something that I've talked about a million times over. There are entertainers, athletes, okay? People that have fat fucking salaries that are closer to being a fucking laborer or are themselves laborers, workers, than the fucking small business owner, okay? The petty bourgeoisie. They're working. They have good fucking unions that allow them to make up a larger percentage of their to take back a larger percentage of their surplus labor value. Okay? They're just working for multi-billionaires ultimately. But they're still fucking workers. There's an opportunity to even instill class analysis within people like that. Anyway, most people that understand me or have been here know what the fuck I'm talking about. Let's watch this clip.
Isn't that literally like just closet, the standard like price of a house in Los Angeles?
Dude,
like a nice
$3 million house.
Yeah.
The average, no, I looked, by the way. The average house, like the average single family home, I think is like 1.3 million or something. So no, it's more expensive than that,
Everybody
for sure.
that's complaining about it lives in Connecticut, where you can get a multi-million-dollar mansion
Jesus,
for the
they're
price
going
of
in,
$5 and a Snickers bar, dude. Shut the fuck up, please.
What? Dang, Tina. Jesus.
Look at the houses you can get in Texas, right?
Still on the house? Yeah, it's just like fucking so. But Hassan, aren't we all? Yeah, Connecticut is very expensive, by the way, for the record. I don't know why she said that. What is this? We got to do that.
Nice. Okay, so what can you
Oh my
do?
god! I'm gonna sing this song! Actually, he already did ask me in my DM, so I already knew he wanted to do it. I already knew. So I'm like screaming, I fucking love this song! I eat his ass so badly! I guess I can eat his ass in person.
How does he get away with it? How? Hassan, how do you keep getting away with it? How do you keep getting away with it, dude? His face, I love his face. It's just like, oh, you don't say.
I eat his ass so badly.
Texas. We got to do that. Anyway, a caller once asked Sam Cedar why he doesn't organize more. Sam's response was because he's good at radio, his reach is greater, and he's positioned better to help organizations that ask for it. That's precisely how I feel as well, but it doesn't matter because people get fucking mad regardless. And people are gonna get mad no matter what happens. It, like, does not matter. Oh my God, is Milena making fun of me, dude? 3 million in Texas versus 3 million in California. Okay, dude. It's a nice house. From what I understand, you believe in a wealth cap, which I'm guessing you enforce on yourself by not doing ad deals, donating a lot, paying taxes in full, etc. I don't see why they think you're being hypocritical. I don't get it. Like, I think there is too much. Okay, there is such a thing as too much money. Okay, don't get me wrong. Some of the biggest conservative talking heads do way less than you in means of activism. Yeah, I know. They don't have to. They get fucking paid by billionaires to literally. Billionaires recognize what I'm doing from the conservative side as an incredibly important part of coalition building and fucking, you know, changing people's minds and getting them to agree that, like, poor people should die. On the left, we have grassroots. That's all we have. We don't have fucking billionaires that are like, yeah, I'm just going to give money to people who say that I shouldn't exist. Okay? You know what I mean? So they know it's great to have Steven Crowders out there, so they give them fuckloads of money. You voluntarily, as a community, give me money because you appreciate what I do, you like it, you're entertained by it, and motherfuckers are like, I'm mad. I'm fucking mad. I'm sorry. I get why you're upset. I totally do. It's valid. Your anger is valid. Directing it at me is fucking idiotic. I'm sorry. You're a fucking idiot, okay? Sorry. Get mad at the fucking system. Shut the fuck up. Leftists suck at capitalism? No, it's not that. It's not that leftists suck at capitalism. First of all, a lot of leftists are fucking anti-capitalist because a lot of leftists are leftists because they're in a situation where, like, capitalism is fucking them. That's what you should have said from the start. I have been saying that from the start. It's clearly a systemic problem. 2 rundown houses in Toronto on sale for almost $3 million. Yeah, it's insane. Don't hate the player, hate the game. That's not what I'm saying. Anyway, there'll be a lot of fucking dumbass holdouts throughout the day that come in and fucking freak out, but to them I show Doritos paid $20,000 after a viral puffy chip TikTok came out. What? I mean, this is literally just an ad. This is an ad for Doritos. They just spent $20,000 to get like a boatload of free advertising off this.
You're here. Didn't think I would have all of this happen, but I guess it is, and
Here, I mean, listen, like, if we're going to talk about fucking Frito-Lay workers end 19-day strike in Kansas with contract that guarantees 1 day off per week. Hundreds of Frito-Lay employees are returning to work in Kansas after ending a 19-day strike with the weekend ratification of a 2-year contract that guarantees them at least 1 day off each week and raise wages. That's what motherfuckers are fighting for, dude. That's what they're fighting for out there. 1 day off. Which, of course, my fucking mini managers don't even give me, so I'm just kidding. So just remember, there's always the other side of this, okay? But hey, Frito is just participating in a society, right? You know? That's the fucking difference. Austin just... Jordan Yule texted me earlier this morning, said, happy 2-year anniversary. Okay? And also... Austin just texted me and said, it's Hassan tweet selfie day. Wake up. Minnesota GOP in shambles. Chairwoman resigns over major donor pop for sex trafficking. Oh my God. Another. Oh, Tony Lazzaro, the sex trafficker. Yeah. We know Tony Lazzaro is a sex trafficker. We talked about this already. Tucker Carlson defended him. Why did you only like my tweet? Just wondering. I saw a tweet. I think it was yours on the timeline, and I liked it. I didn't realize today was Hassan tweet selfie day as well. Hassan isn't problematic for his jumbo house. Problematic because he shaved this glorious beard. Hassan tweet selfie day 2-821. Okay, I didn't realize it was happening. I make $92,000 a year after tax. The people who are insulting you are probably my friends. Motherfuckers think I should pay their dinners and drinks when we go out. Someone with your wealth has literally no influence in the socioeconomic change. Your wealth is not even a drop in the bucket. I mean, it doesn't matter. I know that, but the point is, like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to just, like... So these are the arguments, surprisingly, from people who have all fucking blocked me, by the way. Jesus Christ, dude. I can't even fucking see this. It's like, oh, here it is. Here. This whole millionaire socialist situation is exactly what happens when folks treat political ideologies as identities rather than lived ethics to hold yourselves to accountable to. Living in relative comfort isn't necessarily against socialist ideology, but refusing to redistribute wealth while living in the epicenter of homelessness, socioeconomic inequality, and making a mockery of critiques of said counter-ideological actions, that's just whack as hell. Dude, shut the fuck up, okay? I've said this already. Also, it is deeply disturbing to me how much folks are willing to overlook defend when it's done by someone who's conventionally attractive, muscular, not fat. Why, dude? First of all, you went to Stanford, okay? Shut the fuck up. I swear to fucking God, every time I see another Stanford fucking PhD screeching about this sort of shit, I become more reactionary towards, like, IDPOL. I feel as though, like, literally, this is like a CIA op or something. I'm turning into a fucking Jimmy Dorian psycho. Shut up! You went to fucking Stanford! You have a PhD from Stanford! Shut up! Why are you talking about, like, attractive, muscular, not fat? I'm doing bodies in spaces right now, dude. Hey, dumbass! Dumbass Stanford alum PhD student. Listen to me, okay? Listen to my fucking words. I know I am conventionally attractive to Western standards. I have a profound amount of privilege. You know what I do with that? I fucking do agitative propaganda for a lot of fucking people who would never listen to others, okay? So that they can then ultimately learn and change their fucking perspectives. Shut the fuck up. It's not the end all be all. I don't think I'm a fucking hero for doing any of this shit, and I'm incredibly fucking fortunate. But half of your fucking actions, half of the fucking anger is misdirected because I do the things that you're fucking crying about. On top of where I feel my skill sets work best, I have been demonstrably successful. What the fuck do you want? So if you're not going to fucking see that, how much do you donate to homelessness? This is like such a fucking idiotic take. I already addressed this yesterday. Okay, I'm not going to fucking constantly be like, I donate this much money, I donate that much money. I'm not doing it for fucking PR. Okay? You're not doing like ideological propaganda or anything like that when you're like, socialist bought a house, that's so fucked up. No, you're a fucking clout demon with this Cash App, with their Cash App on their fucking account, and you're just trying to get fucking clicks. That's it. There's like already a lot of like swelling anger, and you're just trying to participate in it. That's it. Folks are for real acting like this man's life and livelihood are in jeopardy from this critique over the hypocrisy in his professed politics, apparent lack of principles. No, it's not. It's literally not. It's not. I promise critiquing him won't change him being a multimillionaire with evidently vapid politics. It'll be just fine. Yes, I will. I will be just fine. The only difference is, like, I might get fucking murdered because I'm now doxxed by, you know, horny, psychopathic, right-wing weirdos. But, you know, thing is, when someone has a massive platform and the following as he does, it's crucial, in my opinion, to be critical of their lived politics. Otherwise, you get to the situation on hand. Folks defending hollow political ideology based on cultivated misunderstandings. You are doing that. You are doing that. You are literally doing that. If you think that this is in any way, like, adequate, serious fucking critique beyond just, like, posturing specifically so that you can get a little bit of fucking a crumb of clout on a thing that is, like, the thing to talk about on this website, just to fucking shark and shill your fucking Medium article about liberatory futures that could, you know, that could save people, then you're missing the point. you're doing the same thing that you're fucking criticizing me on. Every single one of these people that's like, I can't believe it. I can't believe what the fuck they're doing. The problem is you're supporting Dems and diluting 40k people that they change shit. What? What the fuck is a Ko-Fi link? I don't even know what that is. XQC even understands you can be socialist and buy a house.
Even though you want to fight the problem, we're all part of the problem simultaneously, and it makes kind of it's kind of ironic. But you still have to be part of the problem to fix the problem. That's just kind of how it is, though. Like,
shocking.
Even if you're like a socialist or whatever, or you're all about like distribution of wealth or whatever, you still live in a very capitalistic world or country. The thing around it's all capitalism. But what are you gonna do? Are you gonna go to Home Depot and buy $80 worth of wood and build a shed or some shit, and buy a goat and live on the cooking goat milk or some shit? No, you're not gonna do that.
PhDs make the worst activists. They are cancer to liberation movements. Here's the reality, okay? This was something that people were talking about a lot and criticizing a lot when BreadTube was first popping off, okay? People were criticizing that a lot of BreadTubers happen to be like straight white men, right? Now, it wasn't always the case, but like a lot of them were white, okay? And everyone was like, oh, I can't believe they're all white. Part of the reason why a lot of the media members and even like literal fucking Marxist revolutionaries and thinkers that we still read to this day, like fucking Kropotkin, okay? The reason why they always come from a like actual bourgeois class, like almost always, is because they have the fucking freedom to be able to write about this shit. Most poor people would make for incredible revolutionary thinkers, but they're too busy being fucking poor and surviving. Okay? But also, most poor people, including those who are working class that are in this community, don't fucking take it to Twitter and be like, I can't believe this guy's doing this shit. Like, why is he speaking for me? It's always Stanford fucking PhD grads that are doing this shit, that have like a tidy little fucking trust fund somewhere. You know what I mean? And they also have donation links. And they get mad at me. It's like, well, okay, it almost seems like you're mad at me for doing what you want to do, but more successful. I could do both. It's probably the poor's fault. No, like, the reality is I have a fucking profound amount of privilege, okay? I came from an affluent background. I also experienced being poor, certainly, when I lived on my own, when I've talked about this before, the Piker family curse, the Uyghur family curse is that, you know, they make fucking money and then they literally lose it all within one lifetime. But it doesn't matter, because that's why intergenerational wealth is not directly like inheritance money, but also all of the opportunities that you get just by growing up in an environment where your parents are affluent. I got the best education possible, okay? I did, 1000%. And even though my fucking dad did not have, he lost all of his wealth by the time I went to college. Even though that happened, it doesn't matter, because I still fucking benefited from the affluent beginnings. Okay. And not only that, but also, okay, shut the fuck up about Rutgers. I went to Miami first too. So like, you know, shut up. Okay. Yes, I went to a state school. But ultimately, I try to do what's right with all of the fucking privileges that I have. And it's like my affluent beginnings, or how profoundly privileged I am, whether it be like my background, or how profoundly privileged I am now with this gigantic community that I have. Like, I completely understand that, and I try to do what's right with that privilege. Okay? Also, USA is destroying half the world actively, but apparently you are the only person living in the middle of a crisis that needs help. Yeah.
I think that there's going to be a lot of people who live in either very, very terrible conditions or live completely unfulfilling lives as almost a effective underclass. I think that we're seeing feudalism come back. I think that we're already seeing it now, where there are people whose job it is to just simply deliver food to rich people, to people who exist only to serve a menial task for a richer person just because that person is too lazy to do it themselves. And I think this will continue to happen. And yes, there'll be a peasant class. It's coming back. And you're already seeing it with Uber Eats. You're already seeing it. And with COVID, you don't even think about the mental effect it's going to have on people. And yeah, I agree. Whenever Hassan talks about that stuff, I do. Very few people are thinking about this. I think about it all the time. It's the only thing that really will matter.
But I should probably stop talking about this. You know what I mean? The reach I have, the influence I have, even over other people who are also themselves influential. Fuck it, dude. I should probably just fucking stop talking about this and just like talk about dicks and shit as I do. You know what I mean? Because, you know, because otherwise, like, you know, I'm being, my values are being called into question. Dumbasses. By the way, this is precisely why I will never stop doing what I'm fucking doing. Like, I don't give a shit. I don't care what like what some random idiot says on Twitter. And you might be thinking, oh, okay, you claim you don't care, but you're still talking about it 2 days later. Yeah, because it's fucking a great opportunity to educate people who completely have a fundamental misunderstanding of both what I do and what I believe in. And yes, we will be watching the Envy video by ContraPoints. Okay? But not yet. We already watched the murderous police gangs. The theory quote for what you said. Yet this process was the self-realization of man rather than the individual men who had for the most part lived in misery. Indeed, only by the exploitation of the many could class societies create the free time in which a few could contribute to the progress of civilization. The attraction of communism in his eyes was to allow the self-realization of each and every individual, not just of a small elite. As a byproduct, there will also be an unprecedented flowering of mankind, but this is not to repeat itself in itself a source of value. Anyway. For the record, for people who are saying like, oh, what you do is like more influential or more impactful than fucking mutual aid in like a random organizer doing mutual aid, that's not true. Like, yes, it has a broader scope and it has the capacity to ultimately lead to a lot of more positive change in many different communities that I can reach out to. But it's still incredibly fucking important when people are out there literally just like, you know, giving taking time out of their day to deliver groceries to people that need it and shit. Like, it's different. It's completely different. Pokey must not know how much you ignore donuts.
Why do people actually donate to Twitch streamers? Because people don't go as far to think, how much does this person need my money? It's people donate because they want someone's attention. And if anything, the richer someone becomes, the more valuable their attention becomes.
She's right about that, except I don't pay attention to donos. And I tell people not to donate all the time, so I don't care.
You know, we're not all spending money logically 24/7. We do things for other reasons.
What is this thread? Is this like the John Zerka thread that people were talking about? Is that why everyone is like responding to this shit? Let's just take a look. We'll do house tour reacts in a second. There was a bunch of stuff that I wanted to watch yesterday. John Zerka calls out Hassan on his hypocrisy / Mr. Live Within My Means. I wonder who posted this on. I wonder what this person is trying to say. Mr. Live Within My Means. Hassan is busy fucking porn stars in his all-white neighborhood, gated community, away from all minorities. Wait, what? Minorities? Love how all top streamers too fake to call out Mr. Live Within My Means. First of all, I am living within my means, you fucking idiot. If I buy a $2.7 million house, that's still within my means. That's one. Two, what the fuck? Why did he bring like minorities into this? First of all, West Hollywood's pretty fucking diverse. If it's a rich neighborhood, but it's pretty fucking diverse. It's kind of what I like about it too, but I don't know why he said that. And I also don't know why he said that I live in a gated community. Yes, I live in a gated community. Don't come there. Okay? Do not come. And as far as fucking porn stars, I don't understand how, like, that's, I mean, I haven't, but I would like to. Is he trying to say I'm racist? Like, if anything, shouldn't he be fucking excited that, you know, Turkish Muslim man moves into all white neighborhood, is diversifying all white neighborhood if I'm moving into a fucking, you know, all white gated community? Which that's not even the case, but there's just a lot going on here. This has got to be bait that like all of these fucking idiots, like every single fucking dumbass who hates me jumped on hook, line, and sinker. Okay, but which porn stars? Why do people actually donate to Twitch streamers? That was what Pokey was responding to, right? He just ended his stream, but he was talking about you nearly for 15 hours straight. Damn, dude. That's real socialism, dude. When you live rent-free in someone's mind for 15 hours. That's not even socialism. Like, I'm a crusty anarchist now, dude. Fuck socialism. I'm out here fucking literally straight up living rent-free. I didn't realize I needed to buy a house. I could just be squatting in his fucking in his mind. He's been talking about you for days, multiple streams. Nice. Obviously, I mean, small streamers who give sometimes rely on donations, you degenerates. So, sorry, not sorry. Not going to care about a sound house because I grew up with an alcoholic, psychologically abused. Stop, dude. That's such a good joke. I don't know if people even get that. Sorry, not sorry. Not going to care about a son's house because I grew up with an alcoholic, psychologically abusive father in a constant state of distress, anxiety, and worry. Hearing the key in the door every evening was my own Hassan's house for almost 20 years. Oh, no one's going to get that. That's such a fucking... That's such a good... That's a meme. For those of you who don't know, that's a copy pasta. When some lady said, I don't care about the Taliban in Afghanistan. Hearing the key in the door every evening was my own Afghanistan for almost 20 years. Yeah, I mean, guys, if you're fucking seething so hard on LSF, and this is not the entirety of LSF, this is just like the people that are looking for an area to like seethe. They're looking for a little safe space where they can fucking yell about it, because if they come in here, they're going to get absolutely brutalized by this chat. Because unfortunately, like, it didn't stick in the way that they wanted to. You know what I mean? But if your champion is going to be like fucking Flat Earth Andy, then maybe you should reconsider it. You know what I mean? Anyway. Okay. It's Hassan Tweet Selfie Day. I will post a selfie right now. I'll post a fucking selfie right now. Let's do it. I saw someone saying the problem is you not conducting Marxist seminars. Yeah, dude. I mean, half of the takes are literally like, I don't really have too much of a problem. I just wish like he bought a less expensive house, or I wish he like you know, did this instead. Like, no, motherfucker, I know what I'm doing and it's clearly working, so shut the fuck up. Like, you do it then. Like, why don't you conduct Marxist seminars, dumbass? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, if I move to a cheaper fucking state, then I'm fucking dodging taxes too. That's the other alternative there. Anyway, okay, this is literally fucking Marxist seminar. No, it's not. It's not. We do a lot of fucking fun shit here. This is not like all Marxist at all. You know what I mean? John Zerga's take on Hassan Piker.
Someone's gonna... America's gonna have a civil war or some shit.
Yeah, but the internet will still be here.
Wait, what is this? Like John Zerga versus John Zerga? What the fuck is this?
As a matter of fact,
bro, there are too many Albanians on this platform. I swear to God. I'm joking. Okay, that's a joke. Oh no, I pissed off the Albanians. This is the worst thing I could have done. Which one is John Zerka?
If shit hits the fan in America,
if there's a civil war in America, Hassan will smile from ear to ear and turn the react mode. He'll switch from 80-day fiance to 80 days of pulling traumatic content.
Wait, I'm confused. He's upset that when like you know, I as a fucking news broadcaster cover more news when there's a lot of fucking news going on. Is that what he just said? That's his fucking argument. Why did you ever? No more John Zerka on this broadcast. Okay, we're done. We're done with that. I just gave him the amount of attention and clout he wanted so fucking desperately. Okay, there you go, John. Hope you like it. Zerka's rich dad gifted him a Range Rover, by the way. Yeah, motherfucker. He's like pumped to the fucking gills with steroids, expensive ass steroids and shit. Like, the motherfucker was like talking about how rich he is all the goddamn time, and now all of a sudden he's like, oh man, I'm actually, bro, I'm actually the champion of the working class, bro. Enver Hoca, bro. What the fuck? You know, the problem with Hassan is that he didn't actually buy a fucking bunker, bro. I love that, you know? Why did he not buy a bunker, bro? That's the way. I guess he earned that with his 15.5 hour streams talking about our house. Bro, it's top of the hour, bro. Bro, it's top of the hour, bro. And also, that means it's time for a 60-second ad break, bro. Bro, I'm telling you. No free cloud. Joe Pag lives there. Don't gentrify Joe's cloud neighborhood. No, I'm fucking... Joe Pags, anyone on the right condemning Hassan the Hun? Stop. He's literally proving capitalism works and is righteous. He earns his money by offering something people want. He bought a house he can afford. The builders, brokers, bankers all benefit. Capitalism 101. Yeah, dude. Once again, capitalism is when house. Socialism is when no house. Here, dude. You want to see something, dude? Here, let me show you something, okay? Here, dude. You want to see the fucking half of the hammer and sickle lefties only understand like Marxism through memes. So here you go, dude. That's anti-homeless architecture under capitalism. That's anti-homeless architecture under socialism. Okay. In many instances, socialism quite literally means house. Okay. Like it literally means house. It is one of the fucking foundational things that socialist governments seek to provide. It's a part of the necessary amenities that a state should be providing to all citizens unconditionally. Okay? Shelter, food, healthcare, education. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, bro, like I said, this is a $3 million house in Toronto. Jesus fucking Christ. Aren't gated communities wealth apartheid? Yes. Also, I don't live in a gated community, but I probably fucking should, if we're being honest. Jesus Christ. With the amount of fucking takes that I've gotten from motherfuckers who were like, I'm just gonna come murder you and your family. Like, I'm very excited for this prospect. It's like, is there anything more depressing than left-wing architecture? Homelessness. Yeah, exactly. Even though I fucking hate brutalist architecture. You guys know this already. Okay. I'm gonna post a fucking tweet for Hassan Tweet Selfie Day. There's also a Hassan always acts like he's super realistic and pragmatic and then turns around dismissing learning anything from China, the most powerful socialist country on the planet Earth with over 1.4 billion, in favor of politicians like AOC. Wait, what? Dude, am I a fucking am I a dentist and a fucking China simp, or am I like expressly anti-China? I don't understand. It's just like it completely changes depending on who the fuck we're talking to. Like China's transitional socialist state, if we are to believe that they are legitimately taking action, and they do sometimes take authoritarian measures like fucking wiping out all private education, and you know, sometimes literally fucking jailing billionaires when they feel like it, when they feel like they're, you know, acting out. They do some stuff, but ultimately, as far as like, you know, Chinese development, I am 1000% in favor. What the fuck? I talk about that all the time. I think it's wonderful, and I wish we did that. Quite embarrassing to be the wealthiest nation on earth, and like China is just fucking lapping us. Absolutely fucking lapping us. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot that we can learn from China. So I don't know why fucking people are constantly crying about how, like, you know, I don't acknowledge or admit. Xi Jinping says China plans to realize socialism in 2025. Yeah, okay.